Hello and welcome back everyone. And Wolf here once again with even more Final Fantasy XIV, and we're continuing with patch 5.5 part 1 story content, which just got released earlier today. We're here in Azazla about to, well, we have just released Tiamat to hopefully get some comeuppance against the Ascians for subjugating Bahamut. So let's crack on. We would have done the story content in one go, but after getting in from work I needed a bit of a rest, so hopefully you'll forgive me. So let's get ourselves underway. The Flames of War. Here we discovered Luna Bahamut bound for one of the towers. The same tower that Orenvold and Fodola were going to check out, it seems. I wonder if Daniel discovered that they were going to check out that tower and was trying to stop them. Yeah, look, we're back here already. Nice. The Scions are gathered. So for some reason, Luna Bahamut is not tempering people who get too close, unlike other primals we've encountered. at the airship landing. I wonder if this is where we actually start the new dungeon, because I believe it is a dungeon indeed we have to undertake here. Certainly looks that way. Yep. I'm going to struggle saying that word all the time. Seems like something I should be saying with a twist of eldritch horror. Long have the sweeping plains of that word been home to the nomadic Amalja. Though the herding of livestock keeps them constantly on the move, the permanent settlement of Zolmax forms the seat of power and center of Amalja society. It is there the Telephori would wreak destruction, dispatching a vast host comprised of both imperial soldiers and tempered dragons, with Luna Bahamut at its head. Yet even against these heretofore unimagined foes, the Amalja stands strong, along with Estinian, the recently freed Tiamat, and the Eorzean alliance at their side. Have they lifted the... No, they have not lifted the weekly requirement. The weekly limit on the latest tombstones. Okay, so be it. Yawning away. It's not boring, it's just tired. Forgive me. turn down the game volume just a little. Still a little bit loud there. Especially in combat, bloody hell. Oh, we have kobolds here. We'll grab some more. Let's grab some more. First boss. Oh, it's a cool of a kind. Fancy. Okay. Guessing that's a tank buster. Yep. I see you had those lightning towers. Interesting. Interesting. A little bit of tank privilege here. Oh shit! Watch out for that tail swipe. .505 gear. Okay.
What took you so long? The Amounts are in trouble. Let's split up.
Ooh.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh. Oh, second boss. Is that Allegan? It's like an Allegan cube in the middle. Ah! speeding up now. God damn it. I saw that happening. It's a helmet that can actually open. Oh shit, it is Luna Bahama who's the final boss. Okay. So we brought it down to mortal limits. See how that works, at least. It's like Titan's bombs. Ow, ow, ow. Be the tank buster. Yep. That's it. Fight's over. Good job. A bit too easy, but for a dungeon boss, seems about right. Nice job. Tiamat fall the Luna Bahamut though. We'll pass on those.
Antal an in Eisdo. Antal afa snalosk ash an dran mira
Noble warriors, the dragons chose their friends well. Long have our peoples waged war, but no more. Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice. The enemy of our enemy is our friend. And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Guardians who are deserving of our fury. I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause, till we meet again.
Always nice to get into a Beast Tribe alliance.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
It would certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
We're so close to the tower. Are you sure you don't want to kinda investigate? You're right there. Ah, sometime earlier within the tower. Oh. That's not a good look. Oh shit.
What in Ralga's name happened here?
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Quickly! We've got to get them free! What have I done?
It's too late for them. We're leaving, now.
Summoning something with their life force. I was gonna say, don't cross the middle. Oh shit! Ifrit?
No. No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together.
A primal Ifrit. Oh well, I mean a corrupted Ifrit, I should say. When the dust settles. Alphino's mind shares account of the events that unfolded in that place with the Sultana. Arenvald's injured. I'm guessing that word is their name for the healer's quarters. Where is this location? Just off the gladiators. Let's have a look.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I just wish I had been there. Perhaps, I don't know. Perhaps I could have...
Could have what? Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light. People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
It may be that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
All life is precious! Oh, you need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better, and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you lot'll be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then? They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that you have my word. Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
No, we haven't heard Pippin's voice for a while.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fan Daniel would doubtless have it.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within.
But then where are they getting the crystals from? Unless the towers are sucking the, like, ether out of the ground. And what about the beams?
Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive. They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns. Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities.
Great. Corrupted primals.
For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak. Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now. After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause. It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglfan. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
I guess we're just setting up for the end of the story. Hello there, NBW. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, took a small break from Kingdom Come Deliverance. Come back for the storyline of Final Fantasy XIV here, of course. So I finally started playing some Cyberpunk myself as well, but I've been playing that in my own time. I haven't been streaming any of that game, but enjoying it so far. Oh, yes, we're heading back to Mordona. Ah, I see. I know of the Agents of Mayhem. I know of it.
Welcome back.
Never done it myself.
I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time. Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings, and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
'Tis possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that. I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay. After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
Indeed, new story content, a new 24-man raid, which I've yet to look at, and a new ultimate weapon fight.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
That's a good question.
When Elidibus sought to make warriors of light, that was the voice which calls constantly to all who might hear it. I spoke of direct communication, when Hydaelyn communed solely with you. A far rarer occurrence.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in his judgment.
Indeed. I started playing as a Lalafell.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I'm able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether. Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular. Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now, of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault.
While doing the story content, I'm still playing as my Dark Knight, but I'm slowly leveling up my monk class in the background.
But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Thank you, Estinian. Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
And now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
And off she goes. I quite enjoy the Dark Knight, I should say. It's a decent, for me it's a decent tanking class. Oh, meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. That's some fancy weapons there.
Well, does this one meet with your approval? Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure. It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken. Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
Is he gonna kind of junction himself to one of the primals again like he did with Shinru?
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Asian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
Well, well, not quite what I was expecting. Though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
And we don't get to see what blade it is. God damn it. Yeah, so then what that was, I'm guessing, yeah, that's the end of 5.5 Part 1. And I think in 6 weeks or so, we'll have the final part. Of course, that's going to tell us nothing, because we know Xenos and Fandaniel are in the trailer for the Endwalker expansion at the end of the year. So it's not as if in the next part we're going to be putting an end to the storyline. Yeah, I do like my Dark Knight. Just because it has a lot of, with the Blackest Night technique. Yeah, I picked up this sword just because I have a bit more of a Oriental theme going here. This is the same outfit I'm wearing actually for my monk. Yeah, exactly. That sort of idea. So, what we're going to do is have a chat with our fellow Scions. Yes, we cured Tiamat. Yeah. Speaking of, I haven't looked at my samurai in a while. There's my samurai. Yes. So, that's the end of the 5.5 Part 1 story patch. What time is it? Alright. Tell you what, we'll take a tiny break, because I need to export this over to YouTube. But when I come back, literally in a minute or so, we'll head on our way to unlock the 24-man Nier content, and we'll see how many times we die during that. So, if you're sticking around MDW, I'll see you in just a moment, and thank you for anyone who is still watching this series over on bloody YouTube. I am impressed. But, until then, take care. Bye-bye now.